Good morning and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. Tracy Shellhouse and Delaney Walker, our friends from New Hope Pregnancy Center, are with us to once again remind us of the spring banquet coming up. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us again.
Well, thank you for running in this morning because it's just a quick update on the banquet coming up, and so give our audience just a little hint of what's going on, the speaker and everything. We'll just go back over that.
Well, our keynote speaker this year is Sean Carney, and he's the president of 40 Days for Life, which is a national organization that ministers outside of abortion clinics. And it's through peaceful prayer and making themselves available to those walking in to hopefully help them understand that they have a choice other than abortion. And it is also a ministry that prays for those that are working in that industry, that if they decide that they are ready to get out, that there are people outside that are willing to help them, encourage them, and that they're not alone, that they're not stuck. And it has had a very, very huge impact. I know over the last 10 years, we know that more than thousands of babies have been saved because mothers have changed their minds, but we also know that more than 100 people who worked as providers or worked within the abortion industry have done what we call crossing the lifeline. Mm-hmm. They've walked out, decided that that life wasn't for them anymore, and they have changed their profession, and that is very powerful.
Mm-hmm. I think people don't understand the impact that his group has on those who are working in the industry, because when it's just you just go in and you're doing your job, and I guess without understanding the full scope of what they're doing, and they're just doing this for the mother, or it's an unwanted event in their life that's happened, and they just don't think about the impact that it has on that mother's life in the long run. And
also on their own lives as providers. We know that the suicide rate amongst abortion doctors is astronomical, because it isn't necessarily for most people a happy profession. And there are many in there that sometimes feel like they are stuck and it's hard to get out and maybe go to a different kind of medical office or a different medical practice. And we believe in sharing the truth in love. In other words, we are not doing it from a judgmental or a manipulative or guilt-tripping way. That's not how we're wanting to do it. Instead, we want to provide help and hope even to those that are in the industry. And what we know is if we can begin to change their minds, we're going to see a lessening of clinics that are open. And we've actually seen that. I know just in 2015, I believe it was 53 or 54 abortion clinics nationwide actually closed, and so that was more than one a week. And we're still seeing that happen. And some of that is because there are people who are recognizing that that isn't what they want to do anymore. And we're very grateful for that.
Right. Well, and then you guys, to keep your doors open and to help with your budgetary needs, you're having your annual spring banquet coming up, and so share with us about that, more details.
It's going to be on Thursday, April 13th, and if people want to purchase individual tickets, it's $45, and then they can also purchase a table for 8 for $350. And it really is just going to be a inspirational, fun-filled night. In recent years, we've had a variety of different speakers. We've had Mike Williams come back a couple years, and he's always a crowd pleaser, very funny with a great message. And we've had some really heartfelt messages, like Melissa Oden last year, the abortion survivor. And this year with Sean Carney, I think we are hitting kind of like right down the middle. He's very engaging. He's really funny. He's got stories of family life, but then also being in the grassroots pro-life mission. So it's going to be a nice mixture of fun, also with inspiration, which goes great with our theme of Discover Hope.
Right. Well, and I know it's going to be a great event, too. They were giving away tickets this morning on the radio. So just we want people to come and hear his message and what you guys are doing most importantly, right here in our own community.
And they have the opportunity to hear about honestly, a benchmark year in 2016, the things that have been established. And some of those things were long-term goals and dreams that we had cast before our community and those that support us. We saw those come to fruition, and we also have saw the exponential growth because of that. And this year we're looking at a 20 to 30% client visit increase. But we are also looking at the long-term impact that we get to have in our community, because some of the new things that we have done are bringing in more people that are first-time clients. And of course, our mission is it is a pro-life mission, but ultimately it is a gospel mission. That is why we are there. And we had the opportunity last year to have a huge impact in sharing the gospel and being able to touch people's lives with that. And this year, we're actually on track to have a year even bigger than last year, which could potentially be one of the biggest years in sharing the gospel and people choosing to place their trust in Christ that we have seen in 2 decades, if we continue on the trend that we are at now. And that's why we do what we do. We really believe that if we have the opportunity to touch the lives of those that come to us with the love and hope of Jesus Christ, that they can choose eternal life for themselves if they don't know Him. They can choose life for the child in their womb. And I also believe that those that maybe don't make that decision yet to trust in Christ, nevertheless, their lives have been impacted, and that vision has been cast for them. And so for our mission, which is sharing love and hope and being the hands and feet of Christ, we are seeing more and more opportunities to fulfill that, and it's getting greater and it's getting bigger. And so part of what I hope people come and hear is find out about the growth, find out about the impact, realize that this is a mission that is very much alive. We're making great headway, and then maybe partner with us in hopes of what we're going to do in the future.
Absolutely. Well, and people need to understand, too, you get no government funding.
Absolutely not.
And just like most nonprofits
Yes.
around here, you get no government funding, and
Right.
unlike some other organizations, and it's disheartening, because you guys are doing a great work, and you're helping people, and you're saving more than just a child's life. You're saving the lives of these
Parents.
mothers and
Yes.
parents who are in the situation to begin with. So
Absolutely. And we're very grateful too, though, that we have a community that has supported us now for 31 years. This year in June we'll celebrate our 31st birthday. So we're very, very excited about that. And that being said, we could not be here without the community that has supported us. Now, because we have grown exponentially, our budget is a lot bigger. We do need more partnership. But we are, even though we don't get government funding, we are so grateful for the groups and foundations in our community that stand with us. Just recently, the George R. Johnson Family Foundation has stepped up with us alongside us again. Last week, Delaney went and spoke with the Sunrise Rotary Club with their foundation, where we received a grant for them. And these help get closer to that goal. We still need more individual help, and maybe from companies, clubs, churches, groups, and so forth. But one of the nice things about not receiving government funding is the government's not telling you how to run your mission.
That is true.
And the people in this community, I believe, wholeheartedly support our mission, and they support the way we fulfill that mission, and that is very encouraging.
Right.
Yeah, the Spring Banquet is a great event for people who have been longtime supporters because of the unique mission that New Hope has. It is something that's constantly alive. We are in the business of saving lives for Christ and, young lives, babies. And just seeing the continual progress that is made, especially with the recent initiatives that launched in 2016. And it's also a great opportunity for people who have heard about New Hope and want to learn more.
Right. Well, and we want to fill it up. So if they
Absolutely.
want tickets or tables, how
Yes.
do they get in touch with you one more time?
Honestly, the easiest way to do it is to go to newhopepcc.org. We have our number on there, an email address if they would prefer that method, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions they may have.
Okay. Or they can call Delaney.
They can call Delaney. Yeah, it's 479-6683, extension 7.
Okay, that's great. So April 13th, you don't want to miss it. That's a Thursday evening at First Baptist Church. And come and support New Hope Pregnancy Center and all the great things they're doing for our community and their outreach. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank
I know
you,
it's going to be
Our
a great
pleasure.
evening. We will be right back with more guests.